I would have preferred to lay out, the reasoning behind our opposition and then lower the tone because you're right, because it does come off as if, you're protecting a former client in a sense, as opposed to really focusing on the logic.
Well, I'm protecting you, and I did have a tone with her, and I apologize to everybody for that. I shouldn't have done that, but I was just shocked that someone sat here and told you you're paying for what happens in Lakewood or Tom's River. I mean, that's like saying, that we're taxing residents for what happens in Tom's River. I mean, it's just simply not true. I can't believe someone. It's like trying to tell you that you're paying for my property taxes. You're not. And to say that, it's just absurd. So that's why I got offended at it, and I shouldn't have. I shouldn't keep my opinions to myself. But I didn't there, and I owe you that apology. I shouldn't have said that. I had no idea this was going to happen tonight. I had no idea why they were here, who they were, until they walked up and been here and introduced them. So
Point well taken.
Mayor, I believe Reverend Green came in.
Yes. So at this point, would like to go into.
well,
Can we do this?
yeah, I think part of this should be in public, really.
Yeah.
What happened was Reverend Green contacted me a couple weeks ago and indicated in 2006 that his church, Second Baptist Church at South Toms River, was the high bidder on a borough property, Lot 5 and Block 16. They were actually the only bidder, but the town had set a bid price, a minimum bid price of $45,000. The Second Baptist Church bid on that, and there was a resolution adopted August 21, 2006, accepting that bid to convey the property to Second Baptist Church. The money was in fact paid, but for some reason a deed was not sent to Second Baptist Church. And Reverend Green contacted me, and we spoke, and then he provided me a copy of the resolution. Betty pulled the file and also confirmed that. I believe we confirmed receipt of the funds as well. So the resolution back in 2006 did authorize that it be, any and all necessary documents be executed by the mayor, the clerk, or any professionals. But that was really a different mayor and a different council. So I would think that we should probably put it on the agenda for next week, resolution authorizing this mayor and clerk to execute a deed to the Second Baptist Church.
We had a title search.
Right.
to-
I asked Mid-State Abstract to do a title search. It's the borough's obligation, obviously, to convey clear title. And presumably nothing's happened in the last 5 years, but that is a lot of time. And since the church paid and we've taken the money.
Would that have been
we
the
had-
attorney at the time?
They were not represented by an attorney, Reverend Green tells me, but the obligation.
No, our attorney.
Yes, it was a different.
I guess, but I wasn't the attorney at the time, but typically
No.
the seller prepares the
Because I was
deed.
on the council then, I remember they
Right.
bought everything, and so, but we had no way of knowing that you didn't get the paperwork.
I mean, perhaps it was done and was lost, but Betty and I couldn't find it, and so I mean, it's not difficult to prepare the deed. But what I did, I talked to Mid-State Abstract Company, explained the situation. So it's usually $700 for a full search. He said he would give us a discounted rate charge, $150 for a search. I was hoping to have it by today, but when I spoke to his office today, they had some emergency come up, so he said I'll have it this week, but sufficient, certainly in time for next Monday to just make sure that nothing's happened to the in terms of a lien on the property or anything like that, so we can convey it to Second Baptist Church. So I didn't really think that. It doesn't really fall to executive session. It's not, Reverend Green wasn't threatening to sue us. He was just trying to make sure we gave him the paperwork.
You
So.
want your deed.
Right. And he offered to come tonight, and I said he was obviously welcome to come. And if you have anything to add, Reverend, if I've explained that well enough, if you have anything like to add, so.
Everything, we had bought two pieces of property. We closed with the lawyer on the one for $100,000, and then we were going to do the same for the one for $45,000. And then we contacted the other attorney, and so it just took this time to get it done.
It was never done. So, we should have everything for next week, Reverend Green.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So you're welcome to come to the meeting, but you don't have to. What I'll do is I'll do a resolution authorizing the mayor and the clerk to execute the deed. and then the council can adopt that resolution, and then the mayor can sign it right after that. I can notarize it, and then we'll send it to you, and then typically you be responsible for having it recorded, unless.
We're gonna take it up to the county courthouse.
Yes, sir. Correct, yep.
Get it recorded. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Well, at this point, we'll go into executive session.
Public comments.
Public comments first. Any public comments? Go ahead, sir.
The problem I have is we still have the road garage, but I don't know what's being occupied in new addition, but that garbage truck is still being left outside, winter is approaching, and if you're looking for another new one, we have no place to keep them. What is gonna happen with the truck that's out there all the time? The reason that addition was put on was for that truck to fit in one of those garages.
Absolutely correct.
Does the truck fit in that structure or no? Is that-
It was designed, I've never tried to back it in myself, it was
Right.
designed and constructed for that truck specifically to fit inside of it.
And they told us last year that they don't think they can fit it in there, but that was my understanding. The addition was designed for that purpose.
I mean, I've never tried to back the truck in there
That
myself,
was
but,
what the addition was put on for. is that
yes,
not correct?
exactly
Yes, sir.
correct. That is
And I
exactly
just don't
correct.
like to see that truck out there, you know, we're just spending a lot of money and we're in the process of looking for another new one and it's just a waste.
I'll get back to you on that because I heard it, a completely statement, because I was told it was, if I'm correct, that it didn't fit, so I'll find out and I'll get back to you.
Yeah, I visited the garage myself last week, and to my surprise, I noticed that the gate was open and there was tire tracks, from the inside the structure, and the light was on. So I don't know what to make of that. Whether perhaps it was another vehicle that was inside or not. This needs to be verified. So.
Like I say, I have no idea, except that when the mayor was there, the idea that that was built was for the garbage truck. You know, and to see it laying out there all the time, something's gonna happen to it, and then we're gonna really have a problem.
Or it's usually
I
the
just
winter
don't like
time.
to see that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other public comments? Okay. Hold on. We have one.
I would just like to thank
Can you identify yourself, please?
right hand side, we're 39 Applegate Avenue.
Thank you, sir.
I'd like to compliment, Madam Clerk and Council for the nice, memorial service we had last night, and, it was really nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely agree. It was nice. It was very nice. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments? We have some non-verbal comments here. So at this point, we're going into executive session.
Motion, Ross.
Attorney-client privilege advice and, yes, potential litigation.
Confirm.